Sound comes, that is very good. What happens to the food once it enters to our body? We shall discuss this process here, student. Let me see, students. The problem is what the sound is. It should go. Sound should go now. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's okay. What happens to the food once it enters to our body? We shall discuss this. So, students, see the we are having the alimentary canal, student. This alimentary canal, it is from the mouth to it is entering, and here is this is going to be like that this way, whatever the part is there, and what will happen is student, it will be finished at the anus, student, this part. Getting my point? So here the point they are saying is student, the alimentary canal is a basically a long tube, student. This is basically a long tube extending from the mouth to anus, student. It is extending from mouth to anus. We can see that the tube has different part, various is specialized to perform different function. What happens to the food once it enter to our body? We shall discuss this process here. So what is happening to the our food, student? We are going to discuss here. Now you can see the image here. What is this image is called alimentary canal, student. This one total the part of the digestive system they have mentioned, but let us see what will happen the food once it is entering to our body, student, right? So here we are going to discuss here, student. This is the NCERT book only. We eat various type of food which has to pass through the same digestive tract. Naturally the food has to be processed to generate the particles which are small and of the same texture. This is achieved by the crushing the food with our teeth. Since the lining of the canal is soft, the food is also wetted to make its passage smooth. When we eat something, we like our mouth waters. This is actually not only water, but a fluid called saliva secreted by the salivary gland. Another aspect of the food we ingest is its complex nature. If it is to be absorbed from the alimentary canal, it has to be broken into a smaller molecule. This is done with the help of biological catalyst called enzymes. The saliva contains an enzyme called salivary amylase that breaks down the starch, which is complex molecule to give a simple sugar. The food is mixed thoroughly with saliva and move around the mouth while chewing by the muscular tongue. So what the point total they are saying that is we are the making the food smooth, student, so that it should not damage our alimentary canal. So what we are doing firstly, the we are processing the food, student, is small, making the food small, and how we are doing by the crushing with the teeth, student. Since lining of the canal is soft, this is the very soft, student. The food is also wetted to make the passage smooth, student. When we eat something like our mouth waters, this is actually not only water but a fluid called the saliva secreted by salivary gland. Another aspect of the food we ingest is its complex nature. It is to be absorbed from the alimentary canal. It has to be broken into a smaller molecule. This is done with the help of biological catalyst called enzyme. The saliva contain an enzyme called salivary amylase that breaks down starch, which is a complex molecule, to give simple sugar. The food is mixed thoroughly with saliva and moved around the mouth while chewing by muscular tongue. So what we are doing, we are the mixing with the saliva by chewing with the muscular tongue, student. Finished at the anus, student. Now, water. This is actually not only water, but see the next paragraph. What the point here is there, student? It is necessary to move the food in a regulated manner along the digestive tube so that it can be processed properly in each part. The lining of the canal has muscles that contract rhythmically in order to push the food forward. This peristaltic movement occurs all along the guts. So, what type of movement taking place, student? The movement is called peristatic movement. The movement is what is called, student, peristatic movement. This is the peristatic movement, and this is the rhythmic movement, student. And what this movement is doing, student, it is necessary to move the food in regulated manner along the digestive tube so that it can be processed properly in each part. The lining of the canal has muscles that contract rhythmically in order to push the food forward. This peristaltic movement occur all along the guts. Now see here, from the mouth, the food is taken to the stomach through the food pipe or esophagus. From the mouth, the food is taken to stomach through the food pipe or esophagus. The stomach, what it is doing, student, is a large organ which expands when the food enters it. The muscular wall of the stomach help in mixing the food thoroughly with more digestive juice, student. So stomach is what they are not doing much things. It is mixing the food properly with the digestive juice, student. Now another point, you see, the digestion in stomach is taken care by the gastric gland present in the wall of the stomach. These release hydrochloric acid, student. Gastric gland is releasing hydrochloric. A protein digesting enzyme called pepsin. This is also there, and mucus. Mucus is also there. The hydrochloric acid create an acidic medium which facilitate the action of enzyme pepsin. What other function do you think in served by the acid? The mucus protect the inner lining of the stomach from the action of the acid under the normal condition. Okay, so mucus is only protecting the lining of the stomach, student. Now, next point, you see, student. I have often heard adult complaining about acidity. Can this be related to what has been discussed above? The exit of the food from the stomach is regulated by sphincter muscle, which release it is a small amount into the small intestine from the stomach. The food now enters the small intestine. This is the longest part of the alimentary canal, which is fitted into compact space because of the extensive coiling. The length of the small intestine differs in various animals depending on the food they eat. Herbivorous eating grass need a longer intestine to allow the cellulose to be digested. Meat is easier to digest, and the carnivorous like tigers have the shorter small intestine. The small intestine is the site of the complete digestion of the carbohydrate, protein, and fat. It receives the secretion of the liver and pancreas from the purpose. Now, the food coming from the stomach is acidic and has to be made alkaline for the pancreatic enzymes to act. Bile juice from the liver accomplished. This is the addition to acting on fat. Now, fat are present in the intestine is the form of large globules which makes it difficult for enzyme to act on them. Bile salt break them down into the smaller globules, increasing the efficiency enzyme action. This is similar to the emulsifying action of the soap on dirt that we have learnt about in the chapter 4. The pancreas secrete the pancreatic juice, which contain the enzyme like trypsin for the digesting protein and lipase for breaking down emulsifying fat. The wall of the small intestine contain glands which secrete the intestinal juice. The enzymes present in it finally convert the proteins to amino acid. Complex carbohydrate into glucose and fat into fatty acid and glycerol. Now, digested food is taken up by the wall of the intestine. The inner lining of the small intestine has the numerous finger-like projection called villi, which increase the surface area of the absorption. So, in all small intestine, what is there, student? Villi is there. So, which are increasing the surface area. The villi are easily supplied with the blood vessel, which take the absorbed food to each other, and every cell of the body where it is utilized for obtaining energy, building up the new tissue, and the repair of old tissue. Now, the unabsorbed food is sent into the large intestine, where it is well absorbed, more water from this material. The rest of the material is removed from the body via anus. This exit of the waste material is regulated by the anal sphincter. Now, dental caries. Dental caries of the tooth decay cause gradual softening of enamel. Dentries is begun when the bacteria acting on the sugar produce acid that soften, demineralize the enamel masses. Bacteria cell together with food particles stick to the teeth to form the dental plaque. Saliva cannot reach the teeth surface to neutralize the acid, as a plaque covers the teeth. Brushing the teeth after eating remove the plaque before the bacteria produce acid. If untreated, microorganism may invade the pulp, causing the inflammation and infection. Student, these are there. So, student, we have done the nutrition in the human student. Thank you very much for watching, student.